So over the last year and a half that I have really began this healing journey, when I decided that it was time to make a change in my life, and that meant, unfortunately, a divorce, and that meant becoming a single mom to 4 kids. That meant going back to work full time, and now it means selling my house. My house actually sold this week. This house we have lived in for almost 10 years. It was actually my grandfather's house. So I've known this house since I was 2 or 3 years old. This was kind of like my second childhood home. It was really a childhood home to me because my grandpa lived here since I was very little. He lived here until he died. And then we moved in and remodeled it and have raised our kids here. And 3 of my children have no memory of any other house. So it really feels like their childhood home, and it probably always will. So when the decision came that I needed to sell this house, it did not come without a very heavy heart. There's many factors that came into it, which I don't really need to get into, but it just want to set that up that this is not an easy decision. It took a lot to come to this point. But I finally came to it with peace. And the house is sold now. We have bought another house and we're moving on to a new chapter. But what I want to talk about is peace. And how you can get to a place where no matter what's thrown at you all day, no matter what happens, you spill your coffee, you have a sick kid, somebody pulls out in front of you, you have to get to a place in your heart and in your mind that those little things no longer rock your world. And I used to let them. Oh my gosh, did I let them? Oh, one little thing and my whole day was ruined. And I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so crazy. Why did I do that? I let so many days go by of having ruined days because of one little thing. And so, is this an easy process? Oh gosh, no. And it's just like working out. You gotta put in the reps. Every time something bad happens, you gotta be whoop, that's not a big deal. It's really not that big of a deal. Don't let it take me down. And if every single day that you do this, and I say every single day because every single day something's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Something will happen. I mean, even as something as little as just, spilling your coffee, like I said, or a kid waking you up in the middle of the night, or somebody pulling out in front of you. These things are gonna happen. And so what I have learned along the way, when I stepped out in faith to decide to ultimately get divorced, become a single mom, raise 4 children, I had to learn quickly that if I kept letting my peace get interrupted every hour, this was going to be a long, painful journey. So I quickly had to learn that peace is how you perceive things. And so what I want you to get out of this today is when something happens to you today, whatever it is, big or small, remember to keep your peace. Take a little step back and remind yourself, this isn't going to ruin my day. What can I learn from this? How can I show my kids that this isn't a big deal? Don't you want your kids to feel the same way? Don't you want them to be oh, that's not a big deal? Because it's not if we have trials in this life, it's when. And so you're going to have trials. So today, let's practice keeping our peace when little things, big things, whatever comes our way. Put in the reps today. Have peace, take a step back, take a deep breath and be okay, that's not gonna get me down. I'm not gonna let that get me down because that's ridiculous. Why would I waste a whole day on one little thing that messed it up? And it might even be a little thing. I mean, I'm staring at a room full of boxes over there and I'm gonna start packing today, and the overwhelm and the dread of it is just but I'm nope. Remember, this is what I prayed for. I prayed for my house to sell. I knew the day was coming. I'd have to pack up my entire house and move 35 minutes away to a new house and get it all set back up by myself. But I'm not by myself. I have a lot of friends that are willing to help me, which is amazing. They're coming today to start helping me pack. But ultimately, it all kind of falls on me, but yet I have help. But if I let the dread and the overwhelm of all of this that I've got to get done in the next 30 days disrupt my inner peace, it's going to be a miserable 30 days. And you know, you don't know how many days you have left here on this earth. Don't waste them by letting your peace be disrupted. So put in the reps. When something comes at you, take a step back, take a deep breath, and remember, it's gonna work out. It may not work out exactly the way you planned it to work out. My life didn't. When I look back, what I thought my life would look like here at 42 with all my kids, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. But that doesn't mean that I dwell on that. I look now at what kind of peace I have in my heart. I look around at my kids. They're happy. We're healthy. Just because it didn't come out exactly how you wanted, just because your day didn't end up exactly how you wanted, your morning didn't go how you wanted, your morning commute didn't go how you wanted, don't let that run your whole day. Because sometimes you let it run your day, and then it runs your week, and then your month, and then your whole year. I spent way too much time doing that. Don't do it. It's just a waste. We don't know how much time we have here. Protect your peace. Sometimes protecting our peace means changing things about how we do our life. Maybe you need a better morning routine so your peace in the morning can be protected. Maybe there's people in your life that are disrupting your peace. Sometimes people have to go. Protect your peace at all cost. It's huge. I'm telling you, you do this, your whole world will change. So today, put in those reps. Something comes at you that's hard, don't let it get you.